Hello Aquarius, and welcome to your August 2023 tarot card reading. Hello and welcome back to the channel, everyone. Thank you all so much for being here. If you are new, my name is Jane. So this month is a really cool month. I'm very excited about August. I think this is kind of the month where we really start to awaken as the sun comes into its dignified position here in Leo, and then we move on into Virgo, which is going to help with the activity levels, which could be really, really fantastic for us. Now, I do apologize. I did not do the July astrology videos. For those of you who have been with me on my journey know that I have some health issues. And actually June and July, there were some things that came up and it was just a lot harder to do things. I have to prioritize my Soul Seekers group, so I always try to get their content out. This month I am hoping to do the August. We'll see how everything goes, the August astrology videos, so keep your eyes open for that. If I don't get it, it's probably just because I'm struggling just a little bit. So feel free to watch these tarot readings for either your sun, moon, or rising sign. If you're here for love, you can certainly check out your Venus sign as well. And that's pretty much it. Thanks everyone for being here. And with no further ado, let's go ahead and get into the reading. Hello Aquarius, welcome to your August 2023 tarot card reading. So let's go ahead and take a look at a card from my intuitive deck. What comes through for Aquarius? Okay, I'm feeling like a, I don't know how to describe it. It's like going in and out of phase. And I don't know if this is aspects of your life or, it's like 1 minute you're completely not aligned and all over the place. And then the minute everything comes together and it's great. And then it goes back and forth and back and forth. And I'm wondering if this just has a lot to do with Venus retrograde across from you over in your 7th house. Venus is doing her job at recalibrating, and sometimes that process of recalibration can be a little bumpy and can be a little disorienting, and sometimes we can feel, kind of a full spectrum of different types of feelings, out of control, in control, that type of thing. This is not a month for Aquarius to really judge themselves too harshly if things are not like perfectly tightened up and perfectly together and in order. I think this is absolutely a time where you have to allow for fluctuations and adjustments. I think all the fixed signs are needing to kind of deal with that a little bit. Fixed signs in general tend to like things, just so. Venus retrograde here is really challenging that. So flexibility, adaptability, flowability, all those things are going to be really, really helpful. I don't see that anything is going to be, we'll pull out more cards. I don't want to speak too prematurely, but I don't necessarily think it's going to be so dramatic. It just is going to have that fluctuating feel. Okay, so let's pull out a major arcana. Let's get some more information for you, Aquarius. What else does Aquarius need to know for the month of August? The Lovers. This also came out for Capricorn. It speaks on multiple layers, multiple levels. First and foremost, the Lovers is about choices and making choices that are aligned with the type of life and the type of person that we want to have and be. This is going to mean staying true to yourself, like being hard and fast with this is who I am, this is what I want, this is the direction I want my life to go, and acting accordingly. And sometimes that might mean making difficult choices, right? And it might mean communicating things that maybe have been held back, or maybe you didn't think it was necessary, whatever the case may be. There's also a level of wholeness and being wholly integrated within yourself with the Lover's card and having that internal and intrinsic balance. And when we are in this place of wholeness, our life can fluctuate, but it doesn't necessarily mean that we fluctuate. I do see the Lovers as being a fairly stable card a lot of times, where we're stable within ourselves. and we feel secure in who we are and what we want. And when we're secure and we're locked in, life can go a million different directions, but it's not going to really sway us. So this is a reminder to be strong. Choices help to make you stronger. And also the people that you associate with can make you stronger as well. The Lovers, of course, can also speak to a more romantic quality or a sexual quality, which makes sense given the fact that we have both 7th and 8th house transits going on for you. 7th house is relational, 8th house is associated with sex. So I do feel like that quality is maybe making an appearance. Maybe your sex drive is a little bit stronger than normal. And if you have someone with whom you can share that in a healthy and safe environment, I would be careful about any kind of casual encounters. Usually the 8th house is not where we want to be casual with people. 8th house is about energetic integration, where we energetically entwine with other people, and doing so can be detrimental if it's with the wrong types of people. So only doing that with people that you love and you share something special with is going to be a main guideline. I say 5th house, we're a little bit more, we can get away with stuff a little bit more. But 8th house, we want to take it seriously because it's a very deep house and we don't want to just be sharing our energy with just anybody. Okay? So let's take a look at the environment. So who is it that is in the environment that Aquarius needs to be aware of throughout the month of August? Oh, all right. Well, King of Swords, that's an Aquarius card. So I'm not going to say it's someone who's just like you, but I do think the King of Swords is someone who's focused and determined, and they have their own goals. And if this is a significant other or a partner, there's a lot of security with the King of Swords. Okay, if it's a professional partner or whatever, I feel that there's a lot of trust. This is clearly someone with whom you share a mutual respect. There's a loyalty, there's a trust there. And a King of Swords is someone who kind of has this ability, I don't know, it's a really unique ability to be so driven by a big picture and so driven by a vision, and yet so capable of doing all the small things that it takes to build that big vision. A lot of times people get lost in one or the other, right? They're all in the big picture, but they have no clue how to actually do it. Or they're all lost in the little mundane day-to-day, but they don't really know where the heck they're going. This is one of those beautiful combinations of both. This is probably one of the reasons why you can feel secure with them. And while you are going through fluctuations and adjustments and little back and forth, this is someone who can help you to really stay the course as much as possible. Someone you can lean on, you can talk to, you can, strategize with, and they're going to help you stay in line. And sometimes we really do, especially with all the 7th house activity that's going on for you, Venus specifically, okay? Leaning on others is a really good strategy for you because they'll be able to offer, reflecting perspectives that either reflect your own or they're something that you haven't thought about yet. And both of those can be really helpful. If it's someone that reflects back to you what you're already thinking and feeling, it can be validation. Now, this is not someone who's going to do it just to make you feel good. If they reflect back to you what you're already thinking and what you feel like your intuition is saying, it's validation, all right? And that's worth something. If they offer a perspective that's different from your own, then it helps you to open your mind a little bit so you can, explore more options. So either way, this is a positive influence. I do recommend, talking to someone or leaning on someone, opening up to someone, because I feel like it's a gift. What they have to offer you right now is a gift. Okay? So Aquarius, let's go ahead and take a look. See what comes through for the rest of the cards. We'll start with the top 3. Triumphant success, beautiful. Triumph again. Okay, so this is like the Ace of Swords and the Chariot card. And then we have the base chakra. And I love the base chakra because it's kind of instinctual. You know, there's like a gut thing that's going on, almost like an animal thing, right? Base chakra is really associated with like our survival and our basic instincts and our needs and whatnot. And it can be associated with fear sometimes, you know, but sometimes when we have that opportunity to overcome our fear, we have more courage, we feel more brave. And to me, triumphant success, Ace of Swords, and Chariot, it's like, well, you're doing really good, Aquarius. You're going to be doing really good. And a lot of these base instincts are guiding you so beautifully. And I'm going to say this to you. I've said this to, I think, almost every other sign. So sorry if you're watching another sign and you're hearing me repeat myself. This is one of the beautiful things about Leo season specifically. And it doesn't matter if you have any Leo in your chart or not, Aquarius, okay? But when the sun, which traditionally represents the desires and ambitions of the soul, come into Leo, which is its sign of rulership, so its ultimate strength, this means that the ambitions of our soul are a lot more clear than they normally are. And we feel aligned, or we have an opportunity. I'm not saying all of you officially do, but we have an opportunity to feel more aligned and more connected with something that is deeper than just these egoic and prideful desires that we have as human beings. It's a deeper drive. And when you're making choices here and you're experiencing these fluctuations and you're running things by someone that you respect, chances are you're going to be coming to some conclusions. And these conclusions are going to help you put you on a powerful track, help you to align to a path that is not only goal-oriented in terms of actual achieving of something, but also quite fulfilling as well, and something that feels satisfactory. You know, it's not often that we get to be on a path that feels like satisfaction, you know? And this is something that's possible for you. I'm not saying every Aquarius is going to do this, because it is going to require courage. Oh, my cat just jumped up to say hello. It is going to require courage, and it is going to require good judgment. And not everybody, not only Aquarians, but generally speaking, not everyone knows how to practice good judgment for themselves. A lot of people are on a self-sabotage track. A lot of people are going through some really hard healing stuff, and it's hard to really hear themselves and whatnot. But I think if you're here, you're watching videos, like my videos, tarot, astrology, that type of thing, chances are you're at a place where you're ready for this, you know, and your baser instincts are guiding you so beautifully toward a triumphant outcome. And because you have this King of Swords over here, you know, either validating or providing a new perspective, I just think you have a lot of tools in your arsenal right now. And there's not a lot of need for you to doubt. Okay? There's no reason for you to be doubting things or doubting yourself. Okay, let's see what comes through. Second layer. Okay, trapped in fear. New beginnings, which is like the Fool card. And patience, which is like Temperance. I love Temperance because it's calming and it takes a lot of pressure off. Sometimes when we're talking about going out and being successful and going and achieving, sometimes we can feel, even just with the words themselves, we can feel ourselves becoming burdened. And being burdened is annoying because it tends to make things more difficult, and it kind of has that tendency to trap us in fear because it means we have to do all this stuff. It means we have to take on a lot of responsibility, and it means we have to really stand up and do big things. And if we are pushing ourselves into something prematurely, we can kind of retroactively push ourselves backwards. because we can be afraid of that because, oh my gosh, I have to do this all at once. I have to do all these huge things. I have to, oh my gosh, it's such a big monumental project. Oh my gosh, you know, that whole thing. But patience says just one thing at a time. But it does require discipline. It requires focus. It requires consistent investment and nourishment. Okay? Your whole life's not going to change in August. Obviously, your whole life's not going to change in August. But if you allow yourself to kind of readjust that needle on your compass, even just a teeny tiny bit, which is what Venus is trying to do, which is what these fluctuations are really all about. Like I said before, it's going to be like one day you're going to be like, oh, everything is great. It's perfect. Everything, I so know exactly what I want. And then a couple days later, you're going to wake up, be like, I don't know if that's really right. You know, there's a lot of questions, a lot of doubt, back and forth, back and forth. But this is a process that Aquarius is going through. This is the adjustment process that eventually over the course of the next couple months is all going to come together. So in those moments of alignment, and you might only get just whispers, just little hints. And in those little whispering moments, if you can water your seeds, dedicate some time, put in some energy, you know, little bit, you're going to notice that the fear starts to dissipate and it doesn't feel like this huge monumental thing and you have no idea where to start, no idea how. It's just like you just take a single step, and it may be a single step once a week or every few days at first. You know, because your old life is going to pull you out. It's going to pull you back into things. It's going to feel like, you know, the waves coming in and out on the beach. In and out and in and out and in and out. But the beginning, the new beginning, is here. Now we're all feeling this, and I'm going to keep talking about this for the next year and a half. So please bear with me. It's probably going to get super annoying, but with the Pluto thing going back and forth and back and forth between Capricorn and Aquarius, everyone is feeling this sense that a new life is opening up for them. And also Saturn being in Pisces is assisting with that as well, because it really does feel like the old life is disappearing and the new life is starting to at least become a possibility. All right, so if you are instinctually really aligning with kind of something that fuels you. I love the words triumphant and triumph right next to each other. It's like a double whammy of like really good things. A lot of victory. Like this is meaningful stuff. This is not something that's just going to come in and, oh, you're going to try it a little bit and you're going to be kind of successful with it. You're going to do a little bit here and then you're going to switch gears later on. I really don't think so. I think whatever it is you're being directed to do is kind of like a here to stay type of thing. It's not just going to be like a little hobby. Over the course of several months or even the next couple of years, the things that are beginning right now are eventually going to become a really big part of your life. But patience, in time, it will become a much bigger part of your life. Okay? Let's see. What else? What else for Aquarius? What else? I feel like that one. Ooh, balance. Beautiful. Conflict and defeat. Emotional withdrawal. Okay, so the balance card makes a lot of sense. And I would say that you and Leo are the two signs that are probably experiencing that the most, more than anybody else, even more than Taurus and Scorpio, the other fixed signs. It's really Aquarius. It's like an Aquarius-Leo thing right now. Balance is kind of complicated to define or to decipher when it's going on. Sometimes you can feel it, but you can't really quite put your finger on what it exactly means. Like balance is such a general concept or a general idea. But if you take a look at your life lately, past 5 years or so, it's possible that there has been some type of an extreme in your life. Maybe there was extreme focus on a relationship, or there were extreme focuses on finances, or extreme focuses on health, or whatever the case is. That pendulum is starting to swing in the other direction. So the pressure is going to be off of that area. It's going to be off of that thing that has been maybe a little bit relentless, in kind of just been kind of hitting you real hard, whatever it was. That pendulum is going to start to swing to the other side. It is not fast. This is like the Justice card, okay? And it's really important for you to know that it's not a fast thing. And we have this card of patience here. Now, Triumph, the Chariot card, can also be a slower energy as well. It just depends. And when I say slower, it doesn't mean it's still going upward. It's still transcending or ascending or going in a positive direction. But the pendulum rarely, unless it comes out with a Tower card, so I guess we'll see what the clarifiers look like, but it rarely happens like in a moment. It's a breadcrumb type of thing. It's slow and manageable. And that's why it's like, don't freak out. Don't freak out about the big task in front of you. It's really more about just doing the one day. And again, this is what's so wonderful about the King of Swords, because they get it. And you can talk to them about this. And you can sit down and be like, look, I have this big idea. And it may seem kind of strange or kind of out there, or maybe it feels really far down the line, but I don't really know how to get there from where I am. And this is someone who can be like, oh, that's easy. I know exactly what to do. And I know, if you are someone who doesn't always like people to come in and tell you what to do or to fix the problem, that might get a little agitating, but I think you'll be open to that right now. You're open to that type of advice. Someone to come in and lay it all out in front of you so you don't have to rack your brain trying to see it, because they'll see it really clearly. And that's one thing they offer, clarity. Okay? And the conflict and defeat and emotional withdrawal, it just suggests that something is over. You're emotionally withdrawing because it's hard to continue to invest. I don't see you pulling away because you're running away or you're scared or you're like in an avoidant place. I think you're withdrawing because you just know that that chapter of your life is done. You're not going to be able to give the same amount of time and energy and effort into that old thing anymore. You just simply aren't, because you're becoming a different person, And we change as human beings, and hopefully people can come with you and they can support you. And I think that's the King of Swords can do that. King of Swords is mature enough to understand and recognize the human design or the human function. It's not a static thing. The human experience is not a static thing. It's always fluctuating, and this is someone who's going to love your fluctuations. Okay, and I think they respect the fluctuations and the growth as well, but not everyone will. And it might be time for you to really just pull the plug on some things, some relationships, some circumstances. Just, stop investing in those, because it's not even representative of who it is you want to be anymore anyway. Take that emotional withdrawal as like a sign or a symptom. Like maybe 10 years ago, you were really passionate about this career path, and maybe now it's like you can barely get out of bed because you're just like, oh, I just really don't like this work anymore. Now, I'm not suggesting, we all have like our bad days or whatever, so please don't misinterpret what I'm saying. I'm not telling everyone to just go quit everything in their life just because they wake up having a bad day. But I think you'll know the difference. Because probably the actual words that are running through your head is, I don't want to do this anymore. You know, probably those are the actual words. I don't want to live here anymore. I don't want to be in this place anymore. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be doing that. I don't want to keep having this habit recur in my life. You know, I don't want it. It'll become clear. It may not be clear at the beginning, but it will become clear as Venus does her whole retrograde thing over the next couple of months. Because she'll be retrograde all through August, and then in September, and then October when she finally leaves Leo. That's when I think we'll really start to have an understanding of what her retrograde was truly all about. Once it's over is when we can start extracting all the lessons. Right now, we just need to allow the things to, it's like the universe is throwing the cards up in the air, but we're not going to really see how they fall until a couple months from now. Okay? All right, so let's go ahead and pull out the clarifiers. Now, the cards I'm about to pull out are the cards we will cover in the comprehensive reading. And the link for the comprehensive will be found in the description box down below. We usually talk for like 25 to 30 extra minutes about all these cards. So it's kind of like a whole second reading. Okay, clearly that one, the Magician, beautiful. Five of Swords. And the Wheel of Fortune, beautiful. In the environment, what does Aquarius need to be aware of here in the environment? Beautiful Empress. Three of Cups. And a Knight of Coins. Okay. For the Ace of Swords, what is it that Aquarius needs to know? Okay, Nine of Swords. Oh my goodness. Knight of Coins again. Two of Swords. Five of Coins, Six of Swords, and Nine of Coins. And for the base chakra, Nine of Wands, Nine of Wands. Okay. Trapped in fear, Six of Wands. There's a lot of overcoming yourself this month, I think. A lot of overcoming yourself. Four of Wands, love that. The Moon. The Emperor. I actually like the Devil with Temperance. Four of Cups. It's one of my favorite combinations, actually. Two of Coins, Queen of Cups, Two of Wands. I think there's a lot you can't see right now. That's kind of been a theme this month. There's a lot going on beyond your perception. Three of Coins, Six of Coins, and 10 of Wands. All right. So this is where we're going to pick up in the comprehensive, Aquarius. So if you want to join, you are more than welcome. Again, all the info is down in the description box down below. Thank you so much. I love you, and I will talk to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.